The Belgian Jupiler Pro League has some new teams knocking around at the top, with Antwerp winning the league last season. So I have taken over as manager of Anderlecht in Football Manager, while my dad will be competing against me with their rivals Club Brugge. So let's see what happens when my dad and I rebuild two of the biggest club in Belgium against each other. And I might also offend thousands of people too, so I am sorry. Mainly this one.
Yeah, that's awful.
So if you support this club, screw you. A reminder of the points tally is as follows. You gain 1 point for a higher league finish, 1 point for a victory over each other, 1 point for eliminating each other from a cup competition, 3 points for a domestic cup win, 4 points for a domestic league win, 5 points for a Europa/Europa Conference win, and 7 points for the Champions League win. Dad, it's a very interesting time for the Belgian Jupiler Pro League right now.
I mean, our teams aren't doing very well at this present. Well, I say
No.
our team, the team that you are with the shirt on, you're second, I believe, in the league at the moment. But my team,
Club Brugge, after 3 on the bounce wins,
are in 5th place in the league as we're talking now after 20 league games. So,
because as you can see, we have got the past winners. So last season, Antwerp come out of nowhere, which is the first time they've won it since the 50s. Genk was runner-up, and Union Saint-Gilles come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
The owner is Tony Bloom, who also owns Brighton. You can see why they've done very well, because they're very well run.
they're actually at top of the league now as well.
They are.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, they kind of threw it away last year, because I think they were top of the league during the season last year.
Right.
But they kind of threw it away in the championship group. And that's why this is one of my favorite leagues to manage in, because the rules, as we can see here, it goes into a championship playoff in around about April. You have a bit of a gap, and then you play everybody who's in the top half twice again.
A bit like the Scottish Premier League.
Exactly, yeah. You kind of split up into two different groups. So the Jupiler Pro League ends at a certain point in March, and then you start the championship group. So obviously that's when it becomes more difficult. What we're going to crown as league winners is if you win the championship group. It doesn't matter whether you're top when this first stage ends.
No,
that doesn't count in
season
terms of points. Absolutely. Okay, we're on Anderlecht. That's my team. Let's have a look at who I've brought in. Now, how we chose what teams we were going to be. I had an Anderlecht shirt and bad finances, and we just discovered that we thought that would probably be the best way to determine this, because we both got bad finances, to be fair. I've got -11 in the bank with £102 million in the debt. Now, people do say, oh, you end up putting these teams into debt. They're starting off in debt, so there's nothing I can do about that. But I have made one signing. I had £9 million roughly. We both had a bit of a transfer budget, which did surprise me. You had 15.
Yeah, I was surprised with that.
It was like higher than most Premier League clubs at the start of it.
Yeah.
I had 9 million, and I brought one player, Fausto Vera. Really good centre defensive midfielder. Really like him. 23 years of age, can play in both midfield positions. Young, Argentinian, absolutely happy with that. Bit of a wonder kid legend as well. I've gone for a standard 4-2-3-1. We've got Mario Stroikens in the side. I went in to play every single game because he's 18. He's quite young with a good potential. Maybe if I play him for one season, he'd bump up his current ability. He'll be good enough that we won't have to nail him in, and we can potentially make a big profit, or he could just become a star player for us. We have got other players who are amazing, but Jari Vashkaran is out for another 3 months with a torn knee. So yeah, for now, let's just put Mario in there and see how he does. The rest of the lineup, though, if I go best 11, looks like this. So obviously he would go into there. We got Dolberg, Kasper Dolberg up front, good striker, not bad. Amuzu, Thorgan Hazard, Delaney, who's only on loan, next to Vera. Got a Libero in there, in De Bast, who's a really good player on the ball as well. Still got Vertonghen, but I imagine this is probably one of his last years anyway, 36.
I think Spurs sold him just 1 or 2 seasons too early.
Do you think?
I'd like them. I can't remember who they kept.
Out of Road.
Was it? I thought they got the wrong way round.
Yeah.
He was the one I wanted them to keep.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
And then we got Sardella, who's another good player, who's playing at that right back role, who can kind of tuck inside in that inverted fullback new role. Let's have a look then at Dad's transfers, because you have actually had quite a busy one, all things considered, in this first season.
I looked at my team and I thought my weakest link was my defence.
Yes.
So I went all out to try and strengthen that up.
You got 3 defenders in. You got a free transfer here who's a right back / centre back.
Yep.
Almami Traore. And I don't know whether you know how I know him.
No, I don't.
He played for Eintracht Frankfurt. And if you got your bingo cards out, there's one that's really early. That's my favourite German team. There we go. Straight in there. Malang Sarr from Chelsea, £6.75 million.
This is a good buy for me, definitely. This guy's here for the 5 seasons, I think.
Ooh. Low jumping reach and only 6 foot, but he's left-footed and he's good pace on it.
Yeah.
So that's not a bad sign
Centre
at
back
all.
at left-footed is quite hard to find. We always say that as well, don't we?
Absolutely. Eduardo Bowerman.
That's a good freebie there, I think.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy with this player.
Like a Brazilian?
Yeah, we like our Brazilians, do we? Yes. Bang, bang, right in.
What?
So he goes in that other centre midfielder player, so that allows the other player to go to the right side.
Yeah, absolutely. So really strengthening that defence. And Marcus Jr., who is Japanese. Trust me. He's one of these Brazilians who moved to Japan, could never play for Brazil, so announced himself as Japanese, just in case, on the off chance that they choose him, and they've never got any caps for him. So, kind of betraying your country for that, Marcus. But fair enough.
Good striker, though. So
good striker.
I'm happy for this guy.
Oh, no, he's a great striker.
Yeah.
For £1.5 million. Now, tactically, Dad, you're set up in a 4-2-4.
Yeah.
Kind of a 4-2-2 as we call it, really. But target forward, advance forward, because your strike force is unbelievable, really.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
You got Thiago and Jukla, who I really like. Jukla, I think he's absolutely fantastic. 24 years of age, Spanish, likes to beat the offside trap. Those are things I love. And Thiago is surprisingly good. He looks a lot older than 22.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
But he's actually quite good. Good jump.
I mean, when I took this team over and seen these two up front for me, I just thought, well, I haven't got to worry about that for 5 seasons, have I?
Yeah,
so.
and he started well for you as well.
Yeah.
4 goals in 6 games. They've just bought him from Ludogorets, so he's very new into the team. But you've got the likes of Vetlesen, who's in there as well. Mignolet, of course, is their goalkeeper. But
he's a good keeper.
Yeah, but you remind he's coming to the end of his career as well. But still, good side to kick things off. The likes of Antonio Nusa is knocking around, and hopefully for you will develop into that type of player.
Through, yeah. I thought left back was a good left back as well. So.
Yeah, to Kuiper's quite good.
To this player, I think it's quite good. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's have a look then. Schedule-wise, I'll start off with Dad. Now we haven't played each other yet, so there's no points on the board straight away. Remember, points as we mentioned at the start are standard in this save. You have been playing some Europa Conference Leagues qualifications. I didn't have any because of how far Anderlecht finished down the table last season, so no European football for me whatsoever, but you have qualified, so well done. You've got through Hegelman to begin with, who is from Lithuania. They didn't even have a badge on here. So then Dilagori, another team I've never even heard of, and they come from Georgia. Djurgårdens I have actually managed myself from Sweden. You overcame them across both legs as well, so good start. But then in the league, 2-0 against Mechelen. We got Westerlo 3-1, a loss to Eupen.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry to the Belgian, or
91st minute winner.
Yeah, I'm gonna butcher a lot of these names.
You're gonna listen to me try it.
Yeah. Molenbeek 5-0 with Thiago hat-trick as well.
Yeah.
Genk, which we thought would be a difficult game because they do have a very good side. Them and Ghent have both really good sides.
It was me keep on thinking it was the same side.
Yeah, he did, to be fair. Blue and begins with G. Actually, the first 3 letters are exactly the same. Ghent is 3-0. A loss to them, unfortunately. Yeah. You got absolutely done.
They're always going to be the sort of like the bogey types, those type of teams that you have that sort of now and again take points off you. Those 2 teams are going to be the teams that do that.
Of course, they have the key player, Gift Orban, who we believe, as we are recording this, has just signed for Lyon, which is quite an interesting sign-in for them.
We were surprised at how much it was for Lyon.
Very low. Yeah, less than 20 million euros.
Yeah.
Like 16 million euros, something like that has been reported.
What's wrong with these Premier League sides that can afford that?
If I was Man United, I'd have been going, okay, we'll give you 20 million euros because that's a backup striker who has a lot of talent and quite young, and it's a gamble that won't cost as much as what paying £80 million for Anthony would.
Yeah.
So, all right, fair enough. So that's your schedule. Let's have a look at my schedule and see how I've been getting on without all of the European qualification. I've lost 1 game, but I've actually won. And I beat Antwerp, the champions, 2-1. We beat Union at the start, 2-1 as well. So I think I'm flying here. And then I go and lose.
2 top teams you've beaten already.
Yeah, then I go and lose it to St. Truiden, 2-0. Westerlo, 3-0. Charleroi 3-0 and Genk 3-1. So I think it's a good start for me, and I'm actually winning the league currently with Dad right behind me on 12 points. So it's a very good start. But Jukla's got 8 goals for you, which is absolutely mental.
Yeah.
To start things
6
off.
games.
Yeah. One thing we did joke about is how bizarre, and I've never seen a league like it, are all the badges in this league. If you just look at the badges alone, there is that's a normal one.
Yeah,
that's
actually got a football in it.
Yeah, although it would be more normal if they didn't have the thing around it. Then you go for it. I mean, what is that? don't know. That's a fairly normal
get away with
one.
that one,
Yeah,
yeah.
the stars around it, a little bit peculiar. Yours is a normal one.
Yeah, that's like
And it's
Inter
a
Milan's
nice
badge,
one.
really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very, and I love your kits as well.
Yeah.
Club Brugge's kits are always loved. That's a normal one. That's an okay one. It does get worse though. It's a big G. This one's bizarre,
on.
and we also seen the retro version. They just flipped it. That's
Yeah.
all it is. It's just flipped. That's not too bad.
Yeah, you get away with that
But
one.
the club name alone is a travesty for anybody who doesn't speak that language. Trying to read that out. Michelin, you're on the
Alright.
cusp of being a little bit strange. That's a shambles. I'm sorry
That
if you
could be
support
like
this
an
club.
internet company or something like that, really, couldn't it?
Doesn't it? Yeah, it looks like a 90s internet company. Like this was your processor back then. It looks that's lazy if you ask me. It's not even correct. It should be rotated around. That's awful. I'm sorry, Molenbeek.
That's like the silly badges that the team put on their side things now.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yeah. That's the league. That's what the league logo should look like. Then we've got this. I mean, you got a two-headed bird.
Yeah.
What's going on with that? That's a bit bizarre. Standard Liège, I always thought was a really lazy badge. I just don't. I look at
That
that
to
and
me
go,
looks like an item of clothing. Their symbols.
smart one.
Yeah.
I mean, Union. I know they're very new into the top league. I really hope he eventually designs a new logo.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah.
The two circles. That's really terrible. And then this is like we had a club
This
crest.
is the one we laughed about, though, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got a club crest, and we go, that's good, doesn't it? And they go, doesn't have a lot about football on it, though, does it? Let's stick a football in the top left. And that's, I think that's genuinely what they've all done. And then we're back to Anderlecht. So anyway, that was a bit of a tangent, but that's what we thought about the badges. Let us know your thoughts about the badges of this league, because we love/hate them.
Yeah.
At the same time, I love it because I just think it's so bonkers, and you all know I love bonkers. I hate them because some of them are absolute travesty, mainly this one.
Yeah, that's awful.
So if you support this club, screw you. Let's simulate this first season. We're off to a good start. We've offended thousands and thousands of people.
Even the manager don't like the badge.
Yeah,
does
he did. Not a fan at all. Let's simulate this first season and see how we get on and who takes the advantage. First season, and I am champions. Only just.
Union are not going to be very happy, are they?
No, not at all.
Same
Slacked off their
points.
badge, and then they got the same points as me. We will take a look at the original. I mean, this is the final league table, as you can see here. I am champions. We go in the championship group. It was very close indeed. 48 points, and I lost a lot of games at the end there.
You nearly chucked it away, really.
Did. One of them was to you.
Oh, hello.
So that's a point you got there already.
Yeah.
But I got 4 points just for winning the league straight away. You're only 3 points behind me. It's not too bad. Now, we will have to go through the fixtures to have a look at different results, because it's going to be really annoying to tell. Like, I lost 2-1 there, but if you have a look at here, that is the 2-1. But I lost 11 games and it's only showing 5. So we need to go through them a little bit more. I also beat you there. So that's, we got 2... Trust me, we're going to do the maths and we'll get the point system correct, all right? Just believe us, please, and put your trust in us. Jukla, 30 goals for you, Dad.
We did expect that, didn't we?
Yeah, that was unbelievable. And 19 for Thiago, too.
We're in behind us. I'm quite pleased with that, really.
But Casper Dolberg for 20.
I'm not really, because
That means nothing.
He should be into the 20s, I think.
All right, Christ. Thiago with the highest average rating still. But, all right, still not good enough because he didn't get 20 goals.
No.
Jukla with the most man of the matches as well. Now, we're on Anderlecht. Let's have a look at competitions. I had no European football, but I was in the Belgian Cup, also known as the Croquis Cup. Or Croquis Cup.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Don't need you to win this one.
Runners up.
Go for that.
Really hope it's not against you.
I do.
Really hope it's not against you. Now, we won't click on it to see who won it, because we'll have a look at yours first. Did you win it or not? No. Oh, you were out early. I think that's one of the first rounds we enter in.
Yeah, that is bad.
We were in on the 7th and not on the 6th. Yeah, so you only got to the second round that we were in, and then you were eliminated on penalties as well by Charleroi. So, who did I meet in the final then? I went all the way to the final and lost 5-1 to Genk. Wow, got battered as well.
Yeah.
Where were they in the league? They were down in 5th. Oh, we should have known really when they had a...
Yeah, true, yeah. They're right behind us when we knew that. It's going to happen.
Round of 16, dad by Freiburg, which is not great. 5-3 there.
No.
Did you play in the knockout? No. So you actually went through in the top 8? Oh, no, you had group stages. I forgot we're at that point. You won the group. You drew 1 with Hearts, and you won 5.
Hearts,
Yeah,
look after me Scottish team.
Yeah, and then you beat them 4-1 at home, so you weren't looking after them much then, was you? You scored a lot of goals, though.
Yeah.
21 goals alone in that, which is probably the highest alongside Aston Villa there. So, hey, that's good. But Not good enough to win the league, was it? So, Club Brugge, goals-wise, 45 and 46 for Jutla. That's unbelievable. What's he done? Broke his leg? That's a shame. He hasn't. 25 for Thiago. And we got a lot of
That's not
assists
bad when
here.
you look at the whole season, is it, really? So, no, I'm quite pleased with that.
Transfer budget for you for next season. Oh, it's low. It's low.
It's going to be that's good. I think that's going to be probably the average for this league. It's going to be like, I mean, we've spoken a couple of times about the Scottish League, innit?
You got minus 26 million in the bank as well, and minus 52 million in debt. So the Belgians, they love their chocolate.
Yeah.
But they're not very good at keeping out of debt, by the looks of it. Okay, so Anderlecht, let's have a look at my squad. Goals-wise, we've got 26 from Casper Dolberg. How do I win the league? That's what I'm thinking, is how do I manage to do that? I have no idea, because this is dreadful, really, statistic-wise. Even Stroikens, who I kept in the lineup, 11 goals and 5 assists. That is dreadful. Doesn't even look like he's developed that much, to be fair. Quite disappointed with that, if I'm honest. I put my faith in him, and he kind of let me down, even though he won the league. Transfer budget, 4 million.
That's with no wages as well, so it's less than 4 million.
Yeah. Oh, I've just seen that as well. 50. Ooh. I was going to click on it to see what my debts are, and I was still looking at the transfer budget. 15%. There's no point me even selling the player. That's awful. Minus 35 million. I think the debt's gone up. I'm not quite sure. I think they took out more loans, which will be paying for 25 years.
Oh, bloody hell.
Oh dear, oh dear. Right, let's have a look at the points tally before we go on to season number 2. So the season points are Omega Luke with 5, Omega Dad with 2, which is also the total points. Omega Luke 5, Omega Dad with 2. Right, on to season number 2. Now, I lost Jan Vertonghen. He retired, as I kind of predicted, to be fair. So I needed to bring in a new centre-back. But before that, I kind of didn't realise I didn't have him. So Galini from Atalanta is a good goalkeeper, comes in as my new number 1. I did have another centre-back coming in, Andre Romalo, but I also thought, well, it's a good CDM too. So from PSV, he comes in, he tries to play his way out of trouble, and he's quite good on the ball. So I like that signing. That was a good signing from me. Christian Kouame from Fiorentina is a really good signing, I think. With pace, dribbling ability, can play in naturally across the front three, which I really like. And he is classed as a star in terms of my team star rating, but think of that as what you will. This is my favourite signing in Dijon Kamiri. We've used him in the past. You could pick him up like a trophy, but he's really good footballer. Gary Lineker was like that.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
So
he is a good player. He's a good buy, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Loves his crisps, I had.
Yeah.
So he's good. Austrian, 20 years of age. Picked him up for just £3.6 million. That's a good price as well. And then I realised, needed a centre-back. Didn't really have any money because they didn't give me any. And I didn't sell any players. So I thought, I ain't selling anybody. I'm not giving any of it. So I begged the board to allow me to sign Jose Cordoba, and for the first time ever, they said, yeah. I couldn't believe it.
You were surprised, weren't you?
I was so shocked.
Yeah.
And he's really good too. Yeah. £2.5 million from Levski Sofia, near the end of the transfer window, because the transfer window goes on a little bit longer. As you can see, we're at the 7th of September. It goes on a week after what we're used to in a lot of the European leagues. But he's 23, Panamanian.
I think it's a good buy.
Really
when you look at his value already.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was buzzing with that. I thought, yeah, thank you very much to the board, despite obviously not giving me anything. I've gone for the same formation, of course, because I won the league last season, but I haven't put Mario Stroikens in because we've got Kamiri now, who I think is a way better player. Marco Kana also returned from his loan, which they loaned him out to a team in the same division, which was a little bit strange, but hopefully he had a lot of potential when he first burst onto the scene, and Football Manager fans of the last few years will always know about Marco Kana because of how good he used to be on previous iterations. He's still good. He's just 22. He needs the game time. We're going to give him the game time, so he comes in next to Fausto Vera, and I think this is a much better team than what I had last season.
I'm a bit worried about it still. I'm looking at that team. It is better.
I'd be worried too. Let's have a look at Dad's Club Brugge side. Now, transfer-wise, you sold a few players.
Yeah.
Yaremchuk went for 2.7. Marcus Jr., who you only just signed for 1.5. Doubled that for 3.1. Another player going out for just short of £1 million as well. Your signings, Dad, quite impressive. You got a goalkeeper in for free.
Well, when I was getting a couple of these players for free as well, I thought I'll get him and I gave him in. So this is ideal. I mean, keeper for nothing like that is good quality keeper, isn't he?
Yep, absolutely. Davy Klaassen.
I was pleased with this signing.
You like Davy Klaassen?
I do, yeah. Some of them, he's like a Frank Kessie, isn't he? He's another one of my favourites. So I sort of like, when I see him pop up, I think, yeah, he's in.
Frank Kessie. So that bingo card, people are shouting, line.
Yeah.
We've got one. Then Chiquinho from Benfica.
This is another player that I do like as well. I mean, obviously, I've done Benfica a few times, and I do use this player. I know I do sell him quite a bit as well at Benfica, but he is a good quality player, I think.
And then the players that you spent money on. Marcus Antonio from Lazio to begin with.
Yeah.
Good wonder kid a few years ago, but again, he's good.
I'm just making my midfield a little bit stronger now.
Yeah,
so.
very good ball player in that deeper role. And then finally, this is one of my favourites. Mohamed Diomande from Nordsjælland. I'm jealous of this signing. As much as I like Kamiri, when I seen you go for him, I was like, oh, I've missed out there.
Yeah.
Although I did have £6 million. But
so out of the 2 transfer windows now, I've just strengthened my defence up and I've strengthened my midfield up now. So
yeah, he's very good.
Yeah.
Tactically, you have changed it, which, as expected, you went from a 4-2-2 to 1 in the midfield there, which is now going to be Diomande, and a DM, and a box-to-box midfielder, which is going to be Vetlesen or Davy Klaassen.
Well, I had 2 wingers as well, and so I wanted to play a winger, didn't I? But I also wanted to lock this player in, really.
Yeah.
Because there was another winger I had that was better than him.
Skov Olsen, who
he
is better right now.
He is such a good winger as well, but I was just thinking... Long term, this guy could either make me a lot of money or... he could score me a lot of goals or assist goals, really, I think. So I'm taking a chance this season that it'll work for me.
Because best 11 put Skov Olsen in there. You got Jukla and Thiago. Diomande, obviously, in that new
I'm banking on them 3 doing the business for me and helping the winger.
Yeah, so it's looking like a better team.
Yeah.
Definitely looking like a better team.
Oh, yeah.
Your schedule, then, so far this season. Let's have a look. So, Europa League was the qualification you were going for this time round. After Europa Conference League last season. And you are through once again. We can have a look at your fixtures in a second. But you went up against the Polish team here, Rakau, and knocked them out across both legs, even though you drew the second. Victoria Polsen was next from the Czech Republic, beat them quite easily, scoring 10 goals against them. You looked in trouble, but you pulled it back. Thiago got you 2 goals there, which put you through. Now, in the league, you started off against Mechelen. I think you started against them last season as well. 2-1. Then it's this team, which we said the badge was nice, but the name's ridiculous. 4-0 against them. Lommel, who I think is a newly promoted side, you drew against them.
Yeah, it's a good football badge as well with a tree in it.
Yeah, that's good, actually. I don't mind that. Charleroi, 5-0 win against them. St. Truiden, 1-0 win. And then Antwerp, 4-1, which we know is going to be a difficult side.
It's not a bad start. I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah.
I've dropped points there in the middle, but I'm all right.
Yeah. Speaking of the newly promoted sides and their badge, Zult have just come up.
There's another internet badge in it.
Yeah, that's a travesty, that is. That's awful. Let's have a look then at your Europa League fixtures that you've got. You've got Shakhtar, Real Sociedad, Roma, Sparta Servette, Freiburg, AEK, Fenerbahce.
I don't know. It's going to be hard, but I've got a chance.
I think you should definitely go through like the top 24 qualifications for sure. Let's have a look then, because I've got some European football as well this season. I go straight into the Champions League of all things. My schedule so far, I've actually dropped points. I lost to Union. Did win the Super Cup though, 3-2, which is a start. Beat this team 4-1. Lommel 3-1, which is the team you drew against. I then beat Charleroi 2-0, and I thought, okay, we're back on track now after that earlier loss to Union. No, I lose to St. Truiden, and then I lose to Cercle Brugge, who has the worst badge in the league. I think that's the one that I hate the most.
Yeah, you don't know what that is, do you?
No, I did point out that this team might have had the worst badge, but at least it looks like a badge. What is that? I don't know.
There's a duck in the middle, isn't it?
I've only just seen that. Oh, you've ruined it for their fans.
Yeah.
Because they're oh, that's the right badge. Yeah, now what they're going to see is a duck.
Yeah.
Anyway, I lost against them 2-1. And then Leuven beat me, I beat them, 2-0 away from home. Let's have a look at my Champions League fixtures. Once again, I go up against young boys. It's like a rivalry for me. I always face them at some point. Rangers, Bayern Munich, Barcelona. That's going to be a difficult start. Nice, Porto, Leipzig, and Villarreal. I'll wait until next year.
Yeah.
Okay, so season number 2. It's quite early on, but I have opened up a 3-point gap so far.
Yeah.
It's up to you to catch up.
I mean, you got out of a team, I think, so.
Well, let's see. Season number 2, let's simulate it. Season 2.
Yes.
Dad, you're champions.
I had a good second part of the season, by the looks of it.
Yeah, I had to rescue myself, really, because obviously I had a bad start, but I never quite recovered. I went up to second at one point, and that was it, and I could not catch you at all. You look like you ran away with it, if I'm honest. So we'll look at the championship group now. 71 points in total. So championship group is what it's finished on. So it's 58 to 46. This is what we got to remember. We got to look at the end
points.
Yeah, because
that's a lot.
How this works is, unlike the Scottish League, this is teams start with all their league records along with 50% of their points from the main league stage. You get your points gets halved, so that if you were to open up a gap of 10 points.
Well, yeah, I think I did it, didn't I?
Yeah,
I think that was quite a lot of fun, didn't I?
It's not going to be 10 points because everybody gets their points halved, so it won't be obviously 5 points ahead, because it depends on what my points are halved into as well. But it won't be 10 points. It would be slightly less than that to give other teams a chance to catch you in that. I don't think it mattered here. It looks like, to be fair, that you ran away with it.
13 goals as well.
Yeah, you absolutely destroyed the league.
Yeah.
Jukla got 26. Dolbert did get 25. There's Gift Orban for the first time that we can see there. Dion Kamari, though, highest average rating.
Yeah,
what a
good.
signing. And you got Diamonde, did you? Because he only got the second highest average rating. Only 0.01 above him, but still not as high. Antonio Nusa was a great decision, Dan. I put him on the right.
Yeah.
19 assists.
That's what I put him there for, wasn't it?
Yeah. So that really paid off.
Glad that
for you.
didn't backfire on me. So
no, neither of us have very good clean sheets. All I'm going to say. It's just quite surprising. Good season for you. We're on Anderlecht. I need a cup win, really. Can I get one? Maybe Champions League. That would be ideal. Oh, I got the Crocky Cup. Let's go. So,
I didn't want.
You can have your 4 points for winning the league. I got the Crocky Cup. 2-0 against Ghent.
At least it won against me.
No, but I might have knocked you out in earlier rounds.
Yeah.
We didn't have a look at the fixtures last time. I need to remember to do the fixtures. No surprise, I got knocked out by the league phase. All the way down in 34th. I won one game, which was against Rangers, and I lost the other 7. But we won't take any notice of that. I don't really care. I'm not worried about that right now. Club Brugge, where did you finish in the Europa League? Quarterfinal?
I'm happy with that.
Quarterfinal's not bad.
Yeah.
Salzburg's a team that you could beat, though.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to the other teams in there,
I'm going to say, look at the other teams.
you would have fancied your chance to beat them,
Yeah.
to go into the semis, and then you would have played Tottenham. You would have easily gone through that because they're
Who won the final then? Come on.
Benfica.
So, man, you know they didn't get the final, neither.
No. I never said they were good. Benfica won in the final 5-5 and then win on penalties. That's some game.
Yeah.
That's an unbelievable game. Let's ignore the fact that both our teams got knocked out in the semi-final, shall we? Knocked out in the quarter-final of the Crocky Cup, though, by Lamel, who is in the second division?
No, they're not. Because I drew against them at the beginning of the season, didn't I?
Steve Bold is their manager, though.
Hello, Stevie.
How long's he been there?
Since
2022 as well.
Yeah.
Fair play, Steve Bold. A bit of a wacky and weird season. Let's have a look at the schedule then. So we're on Club Brugge. Let's see if we eliminate that and we can see the Jupiler Pro League. We know we didn't face each other in the Cup. Against me, you beat me there, and you also beat me there, 4-0 as well. But you also lost against me, so it cancelled each other out, 3-1 and 3-0. Very close to each other after that match.
Yeah.
We've faced each other quite a lot towards the end of the season because we're obviously always going to play each other twice if we both get into the Championship League, which we should do. I suppose probably going to get sacked. So, let's have a look at your goals tally. 38 and 30. Wow. Lot of goals.
That's good, isn't it?
20 even for Diamonde, which is good. 15 and 23 assists, and he played 61 games in total. Antonio Nusa.
So he played the most games, did he? Apart from the keeper?
I think he played every single
he
game.
should have, we locked him in, didn't we? But
yeah.
For him not to get injured.
He had a slight injury against Anderlecht. Stuck in. But that was about it, really. Nothing else, to be honest, happened to him. I reckon he played every game.
Good decision to lock him in then.
Yeah, because he played more than you go.
Sometimes it can go against you, can it?
It can, yeah. But that was a good decision. All right, your transfer budget for next season, 6 million.
I'll take it.
That is low. You got minus 40. You still got 100% of your transfer revenue, which I disagree with. And you got 45 million in debts. However,
you don't get it.
Speaking of debts, we'll have a look at mine in a sec. 31 goals, 23 from Kamir, which is good. Less assists, though, which I'm not too pleased with. Forgan Hazard looks like the only man who wanted to pass to another player. NDI actually did a little bit as well. My transfer budget, 11 million, which isn't too bad, to be fair. That's quite
You're the one who's in more debt than I am.
Feel that. What are you saying? 28 million in my bank account. I've just had a Champions League run, though, haven't I?
True, yeah.
So there we go. Debts, that's definitely going up. Every time we clicked on it, that keeps going up. That's mental, right? Points tally of Season 2. So the season points are Omega Luke with 5, Omega Dad with 6, which means the total points is Omega Luke with 10, Omega Dad with 8. Now, as a lot of you know, and I mentioned it a few times, I'm setting up my own charity wrestling event. We're hoping to have more shows as well if things go well and we sell a lot of tickets. So if you can make it to the venue and to the actual show itself on March the 9th in Saltash, that would be amazing. It's a Saturday afternoon. To TCW, we've got our first few matches on the card announced already, and we have also passed a target of £500 in donations for the Keep Me Close Plymouth Hospitals charity. So thank you very much to everybody who's done that and donated. Really do appreciate it. I'll leave links at the top. Now, there are other wrestling events that I'm going to. I believe I'm in Trowbridge on February the 11th for UCW, and then I'm also at Reach the day before that, and February the 18th if you can make it. And if you want to have tickets for any of them, let me know and I can send you the links, but really do appreciate it. Now, my third transfer window, I spent £43 million in total, but I did sell £25 million on top of my £11 million. It kind of evened itself out, and I sold Kasper Dolberg for £20 million. Big money. Yeah. Especially for us in this league.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
A couple of other players that went out for a few million or whatever, but that was good enough for me to have a very good transfer window. So Felix Correa come in from Juventus on a free transfer to begin with. I'm playing wingers, and it kind of worked out quite nicely to have him who can play both sides. Van Hooijdonk, Sidney Van Hooijdonk, I believe is Van Hooijdonk's no, I can't remember what he was called now. Who is his dad who played, I can't remember what he was called. Guys, you can let me know in the comments what was his name. But anyway, his dad was a good player. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I looked it up. His name was Pierre because it bothered me so much. It must be his son anyway.
Yeah, got to be in it.
But anyway, he's a talented footballer on here. He's got lights to beat the offside trap, which I enjoy. He has good acceleration and decent pace. 6'3", so he's got a good jump and reach.
Really tall as well. If it is his dad, he was really tall as well.
It was. So the Dutch striker comes in. He can play across the front three as well. £6.25 million. Now, he's not much of a goal scorer for any other team, but he has scored 5 and 6 for me so far.
Good start.
So that is a very good start. He takes penalties and free kicks as well, which I like the fact that he can do that. Alan Franco joins because I needed a good backup centre-back. Quite a cheap price at £2.1 million from Sao Paulo. Then we got Lucas Piton from Vasco da Gama, £8.5 million. This is Italian for some reason. Yeah, he played in the Brazilian league, so there's always like a second nationality. He showed to be Italian. £8.5 million. He's a good left-back as well. Ron Schallenberg for £5 million is a centre defensive midfielder that I brought into the side. Very good mental attributes. Argues with officials though. That's my type of guy. Van Brederode from AZ Alkmaar, £11 million, plays across that front three and in that centre attacking midfield role, but I like him as a winger. He's got some very desirable player traits as well. Right-footed, not very good with his left, but he's quite young. 11 million, and he's started off with a bang. 5 assists, 3 goals, 2 player of the matches. Well done, Myron. I like that. Finally, though, Leandro Morgala. I needed another right back. I think I had a bad injury and I needed to bring in a right back, and Leandro Morgala was around and I brought him in, and I like this guy. 20 years of age, German, from Salzburg, good player. 2 assists already with a very good average rating. We start off with a bang, Dad. Yeah. With my goals, my sign-ins, and I've slightly altered the 4-2-3-1 to look like this. I've got 2 inside forwards, I've got a ball-winning midfielder next to a Segundo Volante, and a shadow striker in there. So my best 11 looks like this. Now, Kwame goes up top, which is annoying because Van Hooijdonk's obviously started really well, and Van Brederode would go on the right-hand side because I loaned out Dreyer with a loan to buy. Whether they activate it or not is up to them. But there we go. So, Cana, Cordoba, Sardella's up there. So we got a lot of players that you recognise from previous. But yeah, let's see how this new tactic goes. Now, your transfer window, let's have a look at it because you're keeping the same tactic. Yeah. You signed a right back in Gendry.
Yep, needed a new right back. So yeah, I was quite happy with this signing.
Yeah, we've got a centre back from Egypt who was 10 million.
Just wanted to strengthen that up a little bit as well, especially the right hand side one as well. So I was happy with this side.
Yeah, because he's better than that Eduardo Bauman, which you had. Very good position and pace, like unbelievable. He's going to be hard to beat because of that, because he's got good anticipation as well. Adrian Franco, this was a steal.
This is a nice young lad for the future, I think.
600k. Look at that.
Look at this.
He's unbelievable. Decent with both feet.
I mean, he might not be good enough for me to use, but he might be good enough for the
Patreon members. Yeah, I mean, he's 18. You might still get use out of
I might get some use of it, but for 600k, I mean, he's already worth 20 odd million.
Yeah,
so I might even cash in on him.
So it was a release clause, wasn't he, from Athletic Bilbao. So yeah, I mean, Patreon members and channel members, you get the saved game file at the end of the 5th season for you to have a gander or carry on, if you will. Yeah, have a crack at it and see how good he gets. And then finally, Francisco Pio Esposito.
This is my big signing for the season, yeah.
11 million, 20 years of age, very good striker.
I mean, I got 2 good strikers already. This guy just sits in behind them then.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they can foot it up between them. Three of them then, really.
You sold Skov Olsen for £16 million. As you mentioned, you didn't use him last season because you had Antonio Nusa. He's come into the team and kind of dominated and took over. So your starting 11 looks like that, and you can't complain. That is a very good starting 11.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
I think you've got an even better team now. I think it's going to be really difficult to catch you now in that league table because you were difficult to catch last season. We'll start off with your schedule. You qualify for the Champions League just from winning the league, so you've only got league games, and you have lost a game to me. 4-2 in the Pro Super League Cup, and there I was saying your team's really good, blah, 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 and I stuffed you 4-2. Have that. But yeah, it's very early on in the season, and I'd like to say that probably won't continue. So you beat me 2-0, you beat Ghent 2-0, you beat Union 4-0, Charleroi 1-0, 5-1, 4-1, 4-1.
Scoring quite a few goals as well.
Genk.
Yeah, I know. It's that team again, isn't it? You know?
So, or is it Ghent?
I'm not sure.
You can't
don't
remember.
Confuse me, yeah.
Your Champions League fixtures.
Yeah, this was quite hard. When I looked at this, I thought, oh my God, look what I got in here.
Yeah.
Milan, Lazio, Roma, Arsenal, Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich at the end.
Oh, come on. Give me a chance.
Ooh, you can beat Mold, probably. You can maybe beat Ferencváros. And maybe Feyenoord. You might qualify.
Yeah. Might just sneak in the back door.
He won't. Anderlecht. Just in case you didn't see, we won our first game, competitive game, 4-2. 2-1. Then I beat that team with a square or rectangle badge, 8-0. Just for the sake of them having a bad badge. That's why every time I was saying, every time the ball went in the back of the net, that's what you get. 4-0 against Leuven as well. Then, I could have also qualified for the Champions League. I went into I think we must have done quite well in the coefficients because it meant that we could qualify through a playoff system. But I lost to Celtic, which means we probably won't get that next season. No. So I lost to them 2-0 on aggregate. It was a very boring aggregate score, but there we go. I've gone into the Europa League instead, which maybe will be more beneficial, to be honest. Yeah. Beat this team 2-1, 6-1 against Antwerp, drew against St. Truiden, which was annoying. Then I had my second 8-0 win against a team which looked like they had a badge, crossed it out, and put a football above it.
And then thought, it isn't that bad, actually.
Yeah. Do you know what? I think it looks really good with the cross in it. Belgium's going to hate us after this video. They're going to think, oh, amazing, they finally done one in the Belgian league. And they'll slag off all their badges. We are so sorry. But there we go. 2 8-0 wins at the start of the season, which is great to see. From my side. So Europa League football. Let's have a look at what I'm doing. I've got Gladbach, Rijeka, CSK Sofia, Aston Villa, Partizan, Sarajevo, Nice and Manchester United at the end there. It's difficult. 2 clubs owned by the same man. Which would be interesting whether that's allowed to happen in the future. Not a bad start from me. I'm currently top of the league. Can I continue that? I've got just a slight lead over you, 2 points compared to what it was in the first season because thankfully I won that cup. Can I do it again? Well, let's simulate this 3rd season. Alright, Dad, you've done it again.
Yes, get in.
By the looks of it as well, I was winning the league for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And chucked it away. That's disappointing. You won it by 7 points, though, so it's not like you didn't deserve it in the end. At a bad end of the season, you scored 120 goals. Mental.
The front 3 are lethal when they all got now.
You lost 5 games in total. Obviously, it's only going to show us the championship ones. I'm guessing we drew. Oh, we drew twice. Yeah. Oh, that's annoying. You got 4 points to win in the league. I drew way too many in that championship group. That was the trouble there, really. Let's have a look at the player statistics. Oh, my 41.
Get in.
Jesus. And you had one on 23.
Yeah.
Kwame with 27, which was good. He had an
rating 8.
Average rating.
Oh, there you go.
You got 2 players in high assists.
That young boy again, the young winger.
You got these 2 just feeding him goals.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. Thiago, I mean, what a player he's turned out to be for you. I mean, as a target forward, which is what you've got him in, he is class. Yeah. He is very good. So, all right, fair enough.
I'm going to have to write him down on my list and I'll make sure I get him.
Sign in for future ones.
You can buy him quite cheap, couldn't you, the first season, couldn't you?
Well, the first season, he's only new there, so you won't be able to first season. You'd have to wait until
the second season then.
Till second season. All right, we're at Anderlecht.
Second season.
Yeah. Pen and paper, he has. Anderlecht. Competitions. I've done it again. Get in.
Can't get away from me, can I?
No, you can't. I also, though, can't get away from Celtic because they also eliminated me from the Europa League after eliminating me from the Champions League earlier on. So that's frustrating.
They probably drew you in the Europa League and said, this is an easy one.
Yeah, ideal. Crocky Cup, I was the winner. I defeated Gens in the final. Could have done with you being in the final. Yeah. Really, and knocking you out and giving you that devastation. Round of 16 by Celtic. They look 5-4. It's a close one, it was. Knockout playoff round. They were in that. I wasn't. How frustrating, because I finished top. Where did that come from? Drew 1 against Gladbach. 1-7. Bad Man United at Old Trafford.
Yeah. And Aston Villa.
Yeah, Aston Villa. Absolutely stuffed some teams as well. And then go and lose to Celtic, who finished in 10th. And they lost to Union Berlin. I was hoping there was going to be a really terrible team there. So like, they lost to Besiktas or Ljubljana. But no, they was actually lost to some quite good teams. I might have knocked you out of this competition, though, which would be good.
Yeah.
So that's another 3 points for me anyway. We'll have a look at the fixtures in a sec. But on to Dad. Maybe you won the Champions League, Dad. No. You were knocked out in the 7th round of this. Hey, you reached the round of 16, though.
I'm not doing very well in the Crocky Cup, though.
No, you don't know.
I'm quite
afraid of the cups.
To get knocked out by PSG.
Yeah. Look at the two teams
I've got to take that, don't I?
Westerlo, PSG. Round of 16. I don't actually think you were... Oh, you were in the knockout playoff round. You knocked out Copenhagen in that, which is quite good to really, to be fair. Because
they're pleased to go through that, really.
Yeah. Finishing 15th.
That's all right.
In the middle.
Yeah.
You lost 3 games against Bayern Munich, Arsenal, Roma.
Which is the ones I expected.
Yeah. Drew 1 of the games, which I thought you should have won, really.
So that's good.
Yeah. And 1-3. You beat AC Milan 5-3.
For those bingo guys, you got to win your own games.
Yeah, there we go. That's another one to add to your bingo. That was a good one for you, Dad.
Yeah.
That's not bad. But the cup was absolutely disgusting, really.
I'm not good in the cups tonight.
No, that was a disgraceful performance in there. Let's have a look at the schedule then. So if we just go by the league, we can then tally up how many points we've both got. So we knew we drew against each other in the championship group, but this is your team. So you beat me there 4-1 earlier on in the league. And then the first fixture we faced against, you lost to me 4-1. So we just cancelled each other out either way. So I think you have gained points on me just because of the league win is higher than the cup win. But you didn't push past me with this one. Your goals, though, 50 and 44 from Thiago. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Not even one club wants him either. That's mental, isn't it? Jutglo with 28 in 47. You've got Diamante with 12 and 20 assists. Nusa with 24 assists. That is amazing. Transfer budget, 4 million. Better wage budget, though.
Yeah.
So it is going up a little bit. Yeah. We'll have a look at the finances. Only minus 15 this time round. And you still got 100%. Your debts and loans are at 42 million pounds. Mine was what,
125?
Yeah,
23, something like that.
Well, we'll soon find out. Probably close to 200 now. 38 goals from Kwame. Breda Rode actually got 20 as well. Thorgan Hazard 19. Van Hooydonk. How did I not win the league with this amount of goals? It's ridiculous.
Well, if you had another one there on 50, you probably would have done.
Oh, yeah, that's true. 16 assists, 15 assists. There's a lot of assists as well. Transfer budget, 8 million.
Good.
Oh, finances must not be that bad. I'm in the plus. That's good. Debts and loans, 118. It's coming down.
Yeah.
It is coming down this season. All right, that's a good start. Okay, let's have a look at the points then of season number 3. For the 3rd season in a row, the season points are Omega Luke with 5. But this time, Omega Dad also has 5. Which means the total points is Omega Luke with 15 and Omega Dad with 13. Now, this summer, I was well and truly screwed over. During last season, the board actually gave me more money during the transfer window, didn't they? They were quite generous. They gave me some money during the window as like an extra, and I was like, oh, that's good. This season, we thought we had a bit of a transfer budget, and then you go forward a little bit, and we had a minus 15 million pound in the red transfer budget out of nowhere sprung upon me. They actually gave me 100% of transfer revenue, even though, and I sold Marco Cana for 19 million pound and was basically just put myself back in the red or in the black. So I had no transfer budget whatsoever. I only signed 2 players, Boulaye Dia, which is a good striker to be fair. He's not amazing, but he's good for a free transfer. And then Gaspar, who's again a free transfer, who can play centre-back, because I had no other options at centre-back. I was well and truly screwed over here. So not a lot of options going for me. I have changed tactic because I kind of had to go for it, if I'm honest. I've had to really go for it. So I've gone with 2 strikers. And if I did the best 11 pick, well, you can see I've got Dia and Kwame up there, Kamiri in behind, which I'm absolutely fine with. Correa and Van whatever he's called. Schallenberg in the deep line playmaker. I'm just really sad that I've lost Marco Cana and didn't get any money for him. I'm only just ahead of you as well. So, I mean, you had a great transfer window because you went and sold Diamonde for 43 million.
Yeah, I mean, Man City come knocking, didn't they? And they gave me a couple of quotes and I turned it down, but then all of a sudden it went bang, 43 million. And I had a look to see what was around and I thought, yeah, I'll take that.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
43 million for a player that you signed for 6 million. 3 seasons or 2 seasons before
business,
that.
Isn't it?
Very good, to be fair. You raised 62 million in total.
Yeah.
And we can see these are the signings that you made. A couple of free transfers in Pablo Maffeo, good right back who starts now for you. A centre midfield from, is that Tunisia? I think it is. Yeah, he is Tunisian. A lot of 15s in there. He looks great, to be fair. Good box-to-box type of player. Bent Stardai, £12.25 billion.
I mean, I was quite pleased with this signing because he was a young lad as well. And I thought, well, I'll get him in as a reserve to my Diamonde. So, but yeah, I was quite pleased with this guy.
Because he's starting to actually start games for you now.
Yeah.
Then you've got Nico Mantel from Salzburg as your new goalkeeper.
The other one retired, didn't he? So
yeah. So that was a good signing. Yeah. And then Andrea Colpani, £23 million. You almost had too much money to know what to do with.
I was a bit weak in midfield, so I was trying to get a good midfield in, but it was finding one that would sort of help the team.
Yeah.
And be either a very good reserve or be a first team player, and I just couldn't find one good one. And eventually this guy popped up, didn't he?
Yeah.
So I didn't think I was going to get him at first, but I was pleased that I did.
£23 million. Only played 1 game for you so far because you've gotten quite late in the transfer window.
Yeah.
But there we go. That's your lineup. Tactically, you're staying the same because you won the league for the second year in a row. Dardai actually goes in there instead of
that was our biggest surprise, wasn't it? That going in there.
You changed the role here. Not changed tactic, but changed the role. Noosa's still on the right. You still got Marcus Antonio. Ben Romdane goes in that box-to-box midfielder now instead of Vetlason, who's been playing there the last couple of years. And of
that
course,
was another surprise as well. I thought I bought him to be a reserve one. Then he went straight into the first team.
And he's
didn't
gone straight in.
Yeah.
Schedule-wise, how have you got on? It's looking good, Dad. You even beat
really
me 5-2 at the start of the season.
There you go.
Wow. I mean, I did have a minus transfer budget. No, I'll get that excuse in early. 8-0 against Mechelen. You're stealing my gimmick now. Beating teams 8-0. 2-0 against Standard Liège. We've got Lamel 3-0. Genk 5-1. St. Truiden 4-2. Drop points to Antwerp, but I won't worry too much. Nope. You beat Leuven 2-0 as well. You're in the Champions League. Your fixtures are harsh.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll go through with that. I'm quite... The last 3 games, definitely. I mean, all right, Porto's there, but I'm quite capable of beating Porto.
Yeah.
So I would be disappointed if I don't go through.
Yeah, I think you should go through, especially in the top 24.
I mean, the first game, I'm looking to win the first game.
Yeah, I would be too. Yeah, it's at home, so definitely should be able to do something with that. My schedule, so far, outside of the loss to you,
very good.
I've won every single bloody game.
Yeah.
It's been quite good. Antwerp 4-2, Leuven 3-0, Charleroi. I've knocked out Young Boys in the Champions. I'm also in the Champions League. Knocked out Sporting, beat them 4-0 away from home. Great stuff. And then my Champions League fixtures, I'm now top of the league at the minute. So you might think, Luke, you stand a really good chance. Tottenham, Inter, Dortmund.
And Napoli.
Leipzig, Napoli. Ending up with Galatasaray at home. I don't think I will go through.
It's
hard.
It is hard, yeah.
I thought yours was hard.
I mean,
like my first 5 is like...
I feel your last 3 games you've got to win to go through.
Yeah, but even then, I don't think that might be enough.
No.
I think I'm going to be so darn trying at that point, I'll be like, there's no point.
I mean, Tottenham are going to give you an hammer anyway.
I mean, that's my only winnable game, I think, really. So, the points tally is 15-13. It is still all to play for going into the 4th season. Who takes advantage going into that final year? Let's find out. Oh, it's another league title, Dad, and look how close it is.
1 point.
1 point between us. and you lost the last game, which means you probably won the league at that point anyway.
Yeah.
So fair play. 5 losses. Oh, I beat you twice. In the championship group, I beat you twice as well. Wow.
So
okay.
I must have been walking with it.
Yeah,
you must 2 games and lose the last game of the season.
Yeah. Oh my God, you had all 3 top scorers of the league. You were playing 2 strikers.
Yeah.
Your backup striker got 26 goals in the league alone. You also had all 3 of the highest assisters.
The young winner as well.
2 out of 3 there. How many
Dominating.
goals did you score? You must have scored an obscene amount of goals. 131. That's mental. Nowhere near in the clean sheets.
As I always say, this could be another one. Kevin Keegan tactics.
Yeah.
Will score more than you.
It is only 4th, to be fair. You got 14 clean sheets, which isn't too bad. Total, if you take out like the whole thing, is 79 to 69 as you go into that, and then we went into the championship group. That is mental. Right, we're on Anderlecht. I've had a good run in the cups. I need to keep winning the cups because you keep winning the league. The Cup King is well and truly back, my friends. Did he do it this season? No. Oh, no. And I'm lucky I was eliminated by.
Get in.
That's another 2 points.
So I might have won the cup then.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
What I will say, though, is I actually qualified from the Champions League, despite having those games.
And you only got knocked out by Barcelona, so that's no embarrassment, is it?
I bet I stuffed Tottenham. I bet I absolutely pissed all over them. Dad, did you go on and win the cup competition, something you haven't been able to do yet? No. That was a big opportunity for you.
Semi-final, yes.
Big opportunity for you. From Charleroi. Knocked out by Charleroi, who went on to win the whole thing 2-1.
Yeah.
Wow.
Disappointed
Okay.
with that one.
Champions League. You were knocked out in the round of 16 by Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah.
So you got to the round of 16, which is pretty good. Knockout playoff round is where I fell to Barcelona 8-1. That was a close game. You knocked out Inter Milan 6-1.
What result that is?
Christ. Nobody's seen that coming.
Nope.
League phase then. All right, I finished 22nd, but I'm all right with that. You finished 16th. You lost 2 games to Bayern Munich and Juventus, as you'd probably expect. You drew 3, Copenhagen. Drew to Liverpool at Anfield.
Drew Monaco that first game.
And drew to Monaco. But you beat Porto, Ludogorets, and finaled 5-1. So that was a good result.
Yeah.
Anderlecht, as you can see down here, I lost to Dortmund. Oh, I lost to Tottenham. Drew 4 games there to Napoli, Leipzig, Marseille, and Wolfsburg. I beat Galatasaray at home, and I also beat Inter Milan. Must be awful.
Yeah.
Where did they finish? They finished 19th. They lost to both of us this season. We absolutely dominated them. Okay, that was well and truly your year. You failed to win that cup though. That could cost you. That could cost you because that would have given you another 3-point advantage there.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, we're on Club Brugge. Let's have a look at the league fixtures to determine the points tally going forward in the earlier stages. We know I beat you in the last 2. I beat you 3 times from March. But I did see you 1-1 there. So that was another one there. So I clawed back 3 points out of the 4 that you won the league, and then you won 1 to make it 5.
That's 6 points for me missing that cup game as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's have a look then at your squad. 19 goals there for Nusa with 27 assists is so impressive, by the way.
Definitely, yeah.
Jutlo with 37.
I mean, he's dropped down, but I've got 3 players in the 30s now.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Esposito with 31. That's crazy, really.
I mean, Esposito, he's my reserve striker, and he's still banked in 31
Started
goals.
21 games. Scored 31. That's outstanding.
Happy with that.
Mafio got 24 assists from right back. That's very good. He's wanted as well. Oh, from Barcelona. You're cashing in. I just know it. You're seeing 30 million and thinking, oh, I'm getting 30 million for him. Your transfer budget, 13 million. It's not bad.
That's the most.
You've got minus 300 in your bank balance and minus 41 in the debts so far. I'll show you an impressive debt, though. Let's have a look. My goals got 30 from Dia. Van Hooydonk got 27. Breda Rode got 16 with good amount of assists. So did Kamiri. Kwame got 15. That's dropped off a little bit, isn't it? From Kwame.
Yeah.
But there we go. Transfer budget. Still getting screwed over. How am I supposed to catch you when I'm getting minus 14 million? I've got 48 million in the bank. What are you doing? Why are you giving me minus 40? I could understand if we had your transfer balance.
Yeah.
And we're in the black. You got 48 million pound, you absolute greedy. But no wonder why you're in debt, you absolute imbeciles. 113 million pound in debt. That's only going to get worse if I have to sell players and not do very well in European competitions. You absolute pillow snoggers. For minus 40, what do you expect me to do? Our players aren't even worth that much. Look at my squad. I could sell some of them, to be fair.
Come on.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
Calm yourself down.
That's pathetic, isn't it?
Come on, calm yourself down. It's not worth it, is it?
50 million in the bank. You want me to put in an extra 15 million before you give me a penny to scratch my ass with? What am I supposed to do with that? That's ridiculous. Let's have a look at the points tally.
You finished?
So the season points are Omega Luke with 3, Omega Dad with 8, which has turned the tables. It is now Omega Luke with 18, Omega Dad with 21, going into season number 5. Dad, the time has come. You sold Antonio Nusa.
Yeah, like I said at the beginning, it was over a case I was going to keep him right through or cashing on him. Bayern Munich came calling for him.
30 million.
So I took the money.
Man who scored, got an assist 24 times just in the league alone in 30 games last season. Yeah, gone for 30 million.
I had someone in my back pocket just waiting to come to me.
Just begging to play for Omega Dad. You also sold the Egyptian centre-back, which I actually quite surprised of how good he is, I'll be honest.
He did get better, didn't he? But I think a 10 million profit, I think was well worth it. And he did actually want to go, didn't he?
He did, because the money from Saudi Arabia can call in.
Yeah.
So you had a cracking window, though.
Yeah. I mean, especially the free signing.
Yeah. I mean, you blew your load on one,
but
the rest of the signings. Sander Berge for a free transfer. I know he's 29, but that's a great midfielder.
That was just strengthening my midfield up.
Because he plays in all 3 positions.
Yeah. This is the guy, though.
That's why he sold Nusa.
On a free signing as well.
Because he's better than Nusa. Rooney Barge.
So I got 30 million in the bank and I got him.
Yeah, 4 goals, 3 assists, and 3 player of the matches so far this season. James Gomez at centre-back after selling the Egyptian centre-back.
Yeah, I was quite pleased with that replacement.
That's a good signing, to be fair, for a good... not a lot of money at all, really, is it, compared?
Really.
Then you also had to sign a backup goalkeeper because your goalkeeper, Mantle, got injured for 3 months at the start of the season, wasn't it? So you spent £5 million on this man, Diego Altoub. And then...
This is where all my money
you had
went,
my entire bank balance, which my own board wouldn't give me any money for. You wait to see my transfer window, by the way. Absolutely mental. You signed...
I was surprised this guy come to me as well. Yeah. What a signing this is.
It's a good signing.
Yeah. When he was available, and I thought, I'll try my luck. And I thought the wages would do me in, but it didn't even ask for high wages, really, did he?
91k, which at this point we can afford quite well. £48 million, a lot of money, but he's had a good couple of seasons for Crystal Palace there. It was a release clause as well, wasn't it? So I think they might have been relegated, possibly.
Yeah.
1 assist so far in the 5 games that you played. However... doesn't go into your starting lineup.
No, we was a bit weird about this. That goes to show how good that young lad was.
He does, actually. But a lot of the time when we were doing it,
when we first started off,
Rooney Bargi goes in there, though. Esposito takes Jukless
I was surprised with that. But then, like I said to you when I bought him, did I?
Amazing.
The 3 guys that I've just said, let them fight it out between them.
Yeah.
So
Sarr straight in from the beginning, which was not bad signing for you, really.
No.
£6 million, and he's been in there ever since. And he's wanted.
The one that I was surprised with the whole team over the whole season was my left back.
Yeah, he's done exceptionally well, hasn't he?
Because I kept on looking at him, and saying, I just can't better. I couldn't get any better than what he was.
Yeah.
Because he's consistently good at nearly everything.
Yeah. Homegrown became a bit of a problem in season 4 and 5. Dad, not so much, because you had some players come through your youth academy, which you've bedded into the team.
Yeah.
However, when my finances got bad, season 4 to 5, I lost all of the responsibilities to being able to control the youth sides. So if I shown you here, when I go on responsibilities and transfers, it says here that I have access now. Funny enough, before I had nothing.
No.
They wouldn't let me do anything, which meant I had no under 18s come through because I had no access to the teams whatsoever. Basically, all the players just left.
Well,
so
you lost nearly all your staff, didn't you, at one stage?
That's right, yeah. So season 4, I went from having all of my staff to 0 staff, including my assistant manager. Gone. So I had to sign a new assistant manager. You're going to love this. Jason Bloody Tyndall came in. And we made some jokes about Jason Tyndall. So he's my new assistant manager for the last couple of seasons. But I had to get a full backroom staff because I had 0 coaches, 0 scouts, nothing. All I had was my technical director and my director of football. But because I had no wages, they couldn't re-sign any players. I had to wait until every coach left, and then I had to sell Marco Cama before I could actually sign any staff. Forgot to mention that.
The other one we laugh about is the set piece coach who follows us
every time.
Follows us around, innit?
Austin McPhee. And I didn't. I set it up so my technical director signs whoever it is. Every time Austin McPhee follows me around, he's there every time. The Aston Villa set piece coach. We see him now in real life, don't we?
Yeah.
Whenever Aston Villa score from a set piece, he gets up and he's cheering. He's loving it. So I've got me, him, Jason Tyndall taking selfies in front of the Sunderland fans. It's a good time, really. But there we go. So yeah, I lost all staff. I've changed tactics. So this is the tactic I've gone for, and that's because I went on an absolute selling spree because I had minus whatever it bloody was with £50 million in the bank. What's the bank? 78. You're welcome. Let's have a look. I sold £98 million worth of players, and I brought in 62. So all I'm doing is feeding their pockets, the greedy so-and-sos. £11 million for Felix Correa, 22 million for Fausto Vera, 8 million for Gaspar, which was a free transfer, so that ain't bad at all. In one season, I only played him 6 games, and I sold him for 8 million. Unbelievable bit of business, that. Morgala, disappointed with this one. I really didn't want to let him go, but I had no choice.
No.
Because I had no homegrown players, which meant I couldn't even put players on the bench. I had to leave positions free because of the homegrown talent which was gone. I also sold Kwame for £22 million, and then I signed some players, and some of them had to be homegrown because else I wouldn't have had enough players to register, so forgive me if you think they're a little bit and that's the reason why. Buadoe was a free transfer. He came in because I had another option at the start. Nevada came in for £6.5 million. He's not too bad, to be fair, for the price. Akinyula from Zamalek, really good pace and strength and stuff like that, which I quite liked, and off the ball finishing. Then at this point, so you can see there's a big gap between the 8th of July and the 20th of August where I had no money whatsoever, and that's when I had to start selling these 3 players here. Before then, I had nothing. I had to loan in Rafael Luiz for a £3 million loan fee because that was the only thing I could possibly get my hands on, and then I realised I need some homegrown talent. So when the bid started to come in for Morgala, that's when I decided to accept that, and I sold Dante Van Zier for £5 million, and then Van der Bremt from Red Bull. The Red Bull network's done me proud, really, because they sold Morgala, and then the other 2 of their clubs, I signed 2 of their players who were actually from Belgium, so that really helped me. Van der Bremt at right back, which is a really good player, who is the replacement for Morgala. Not as good, but he's good enough and homegrown. Then finally, when I sold Kwame, I needed a better centre defence midfield because I only had 2 that was at the club, and Braganca came in. Again, not homegrown, but at that point, I could sign somebody who wasn't. So I've had an awful period of time, honestly. It felt like just packing in the job, if I'm honest. And there's amount of times I hovered over that resign button, you wouldn't believe it. My best 11 pick looks like this. I've gone 3 up top. I've got Akinyula, Dia, Van Brederode up there, but of course I've got Van Hooijdonk there as well. Van Zier's just come in, of course. There's a few players in there. That's my lineup. All right, never mind. Schedule. Let's be more positive, Luke. Let's not be positive, Luke. I'm not in the Champions League.
Started off so well in the Champions League. You beat him 2-0.
Yeah, AZ Alkmaar. Then I lost 3-2, but still went through. We went to Galatasaray.
Welcome to hell.
There's your bingo card.
Yeah.
Jason Tyndall stood in the middle of the centre circle and was like that. As we won 4-3 from the 92nd minute win
as well. When you were 3-0 down as well, or something?
Yeah, something ridiculous or something like that, nearly. And then I lost 3-1 at home, and Jason Tyndall was like, asked to do interviews, and I was like, no, I'll pass, I think, mate. But in the league, we're doing okay. I drew 4. This is the bad one. This is revenge for me slagging their badge off.
Whack, whack, whack,
yeah.
Whack.
I was 4-0 up at half time, and I drew 4-4.
They were all walking about on the bit like,
yeah, kissing the badge, but like, they're going, oh, is that actually our badge? Is it? That's awful. As they were looking down at it. And I missed a penalty as well. So, yeah, that was a great game. But the rest of the fixtures were decent, to be fair, and we won quite a lot of them. Champions League. Oh, not even in it. Europa League. Sorry. Maybe I can win it. I've got Tottenham again. Revenge. Come on. I want Jason Tyndall to slide over right in front of Angie. Still there somehow.
Good old
the first time I've ever seen him keep the job past season 2. I want to see him slide up to Ange like that. Lazio, Brighton, that's going to be a couple of difficult ones there. But yeah, some fun ones in the middle that we should be able to get some results out of. All right, Dad, your fixtures. Because this is your lineup. Did we look at your fixtures? No, we didn't. You beat me already at the start of the season.
Thank you.
3-1. But Charleroi, you won the Super Cup already, so you got a point there. You haven't dropped any points, and you've only conceded 2 goals.
2 goals.
So the gulf in between us is Even though
you could see 4 goals in one game.
Yeah. You're 3 points in one half.
Yeah.
You're already 3 points ahead of me in the points tally. It's going to be a hell of a job for me to catch up here. So your Champions League fixtures, you got Young Boys and PSG, Benfica, Cologne, Sporting, Arsenal, Salzburg, and Lens.
It's one of those right. I could scrape through, I think
you'll go through quite easily there. I think it's a few easy fixtures for you. I think your team is a lot better than what you're making it out to be. That's an incredible side.
Yeah, I'll take it.
As I mentioned, you're 3 points ahead.
How many times have won the league now? Won the league 3 seasons now?
Yeah, all right. You haven't won a single cup yet, though.
They're not bad, are they? They're not bad.
You haven't won a single cup yet. All right.
I've got a bad Jimmy team now.
As I mentioned, 21 to 18 in this final season, which means I could still pinch it.
Oh, yeah, you definitely could, yeah.
Let's see how we get on, shall we? Season 5, Dad, you win again by a mile.
Get in.
85 to 60 in the league table. And in the championship group, 64 to 46. That's not good.
Whole season I was like that. Anybody there?
Were you saying that when I stuffed you twice in the championship group? Oh, another 2 wins in the championship group. That's not bad. So
sitting back in
that knocks you down 2 points out of the 4 that you got. So I lost 8 in that, which is really annoying. The draws killed me the most. Like
10 games to mod 1. Though.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, really, isn't it? So yeah, the 2 highest scorers. I had nobody in there.
Until this time, look.
Yeah, 3 highest average ratings and 2 of the highest assists. Esposito with the highest player of the match. You actually had a clean sheet guy in there as well. All right, okay. We're on Anderlecht. I've won a few cups already. I'm in the Europa League as well. Oh! That is the difference of me winning this and not.
100%. Runners up in both.
That is the difference. That would have been 5 points for the Europa League, 3 points for the cup.
Oh.
Especially if it was you in the final.
I was. Get in.
That was the difference.
I just done a double.
Because if I beat you, you wouldn't have got those points. I would have been ahead.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, that's so annoying. An extra time as well. How close was it?
Over 5 seasons, down to 1 game.
1-1 at half time. You scored an equaliser in the 63rd, and then Esposito scored a penalty in the 105th plus 1.
What a signing that was.
Jesus. Who the hell did I face in the Europa League final?
That's the one I feel sorry for you. You were unlucky
Roma.
there. Yeah.
Bloody Roma.
You've done well there.
Jose Mourinho. You've just been sacked.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Did I see him crying in his car when he was driving out of the stadium as well?
Yeah, he liked it there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
I'd seen his
he kept on getting sent off, though. That was a problem.
Yeah, no. That's the trouble. All right, okay. So the league phase, I finished in 3rd place. I lost 1 game to Stuttgart, drew 2. I drew to Tottenham again. How annoying. Jason Tinder was well pissed off. We went through then to the knockout. No, we didn't. We went through to the round of 16 where we eliminated Brighton 9-5.
That's a hell of a result.
Oh, 9-5. Yeah. Get in. Quarter-final, knocked out Ghent from Belgium as well. Tottenham still in it, which meant they were in the semi-final. Yes, get in. Suck it.
Oh, that's a bit, isn't it?
7-4 on aggregate. Unbelievable. Jason Tindo, let's go. On the beers in London, me and Jason. Roma scraped through 1-0 against Bayer Leverkusen. Oh, I'm so annoyed I lost them in the final. All right, Dad, let's have a look at yours. How'd you get on the Champions League? Round of 16 by Barcelona.
Barcelona, yeah.
Closer than previous, though. 5-2.
Yeah.
League phase. Oh, hey, you did all right.
Yeah, I'm pleased with that.
3 losses. PSG, Arsenal, Lens. You drew to Porto. You beat Salzburg, Cologne, Benfica, and Young Boys. You beat Benfica 4-0.
That's the game you'd expect to win, though, so I was all right, yeah.
Yeah.
Done well there.
Very good.
We're beyond Real Madrid, look.
Yeah. Into the knockout playoff round where you eliminated Porto.
That's a good result.
8-3.
Yeah.
Putting up some good results there. And then, of course, round of 16 by Barcelona. Yeah. All right, final season then. Goals-wise, you had 34 from Esposito. Jutla with 29, same as Thiago. Those 3 again have been amazing for you. Eze got 15 and 12, 13 and 14 for Dardai. So those 2 chopping and changing has done quite well for you as well. Patreon members or channel members, you would have £9 million if you take over from Dad's. That's the highest budget he's had so far, which is quite funny. Minus 17 million, and they're still giving you transfer budget. Mine,
yeah, I keep giving them the legal, don't I?
Yeah. 26, 23, and 20 from me. 19 for Kamiri and Hoydonk with 14. They give me 40 million. They take 2 seasons in a row I had minus budget.
You done well in Europe, didn't you?
That's disgusting.
That always happens to us, doesn't it?
I had less in the bank, look. They got more. They would put you in the red. That makes no sense whatsoever. 108 million in debt.
They obviously didn't like you, did they?
Yeah. This board is horrendous for finances. Okay.
Send Tinder in.
Yeah. He's probably the reason why last season his tab was too high for the lunch breaks. Right, so if we have a look at the league fixtures, anyway, you beat me earlier on, which we did anticipate anyway, so we knew about. You then beat me again in December 5-1 before I beat you twice in the championship group, but by then it didn't really matter. You were already running away with it, and I lost my last 3 anyway. Yeah. Quite a shambles, to be fair. So, in fair play, let's have a look at the points tally before we wrap this up. So the final season, the points tally is as follows. Omega Luke with 2, Omega Dad with 10 points, meaning the total points is Omega Luke with 20, Omega Dad with 31. So yeah, I think the 2 finals, that would have changed it all.
Oh, definitely.
Points-wise, I would have won.
2 games cost you the whole 5 years.
Yeah. I did enjoy it, though.
It was
I did enjoy this contest. It's a very unique league to manage in. If you ever get a chance to manage in there and you don't mind disgusting badges.
They get better, surely, wouldn't they?
Then it's a great league to manage in. It's so much fun. You can get decent players.
Yeah.
And players, what I liked about this is we were finding players that we've never used before because we're usually in the higher leagues that were like, hey, he's really good.
Yeah.
And you can still get a couple of favourites every now and then.
Well,
like a Diamante.
The very first season, I struggled, didn't I? Because I was looking at it going, oh, he's not good. He's not good. And then you're going, Dad, think of the league that you're in.
Yeah.
And the players that you've got.
I'll give you too much advice if I'm honest.
Yeah. So I had to change my way of thinking. And then when I got into it, I started finding a few players then, didn't I?
Yeah, absolutely.
It does make you hunt for those players a little bit more.
Yeah.
And like you say, now and again, you find that little gem. And also the ones that you do like signing now and again just pop up now and again. And you got to be quick and get onto them, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Because that Rooney Badgie one, like, it's amazing nobody else went in for him.
No.
He was run out of contract.
Yeah.
Nobody else went in for him. You were so lucky.
Yeah.
And there was also one, the youngster that you picked up.
Yeah.
Real Madrid put a bid in.
Yeah.
And at the time, you had only offered eight grand a week.
Yeah.
And then Real Madrid put a bid in, and you offered him 27 grand a week.
Yeah.
And he came to you. You didn't use him that much.
No, I didn't actually use him. Yeah,
he's still in there a little bit.
You know, it's just nice to get little players like that. Because I think, if I remember right, my next signing was the one I signed for like 40 million, was it?
Yeah.
Somewhere around that. So I had quite a bit of money to play with, didn't I? So
yeah.
To pick him up for 600,000 and then 27,000 wages
wasn't really much.
So it was just, you know, it was just nice to get a nice little player in like that to just help him out sort of later on, really. But and to beat someone like Real Madrid to a player like that.
Yeah. But yeah, very entertaining league. Give it a try if you like. But thank you very much for watching. Congratulations, Dad. It looked like a bit of a stomping in the end, but it was down to those last 2 games.
I look at it when you look at really, I won the league 4 times out of the 5.
Yeah.
And I was lucky to beat you.
Yeah.
2 games cost you the whole thing.
Yeah.
Those 2 cup finals at the end.
Yeah.
So I think that was a good competition.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, hope you enjoyed it, and keep your suggestions who we should do versus down in the comments section. Remember, if you want to check out the wrestling, message me for dates. Of course, you can find me on social media, Twitter or Instagram. I'll message quite a lot of people back about the wrestling who have already done, and some of you actually bought tickets, and it'd be great to see you at some of the shows. Whether you come down to Plymouth, come to my show that I'm actually running, which would be amazing if you did buy tickets. Of course, that's all for the Keep Me Close charity. Or if you can't do it, the link at the top of the description is a link to donate to the charity, and as much money as we can raise will help a family be close to their child when they're in care at the very start of their life, and that's, I think, really important. It's a fantastic charity.
Can I just say that unit, what they call the special care unit for babies, and that you was actually in that unit.
I was, yeah.
Yeah, so it is something that's quite close to our heart, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
At the time, they helped us out at that time. I mean, we were fortunate because we live in Plymouth, and that unit is actually based in Plymouth.
Yeah.
So
a lot of people aren't.
No. Definitely not.
So the charity is absolutely amazing. Thank you to everybody who's already donated. We actually had an anonymous person donate £200. So
thank you very much.
Whoever you are, God bless you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And of course, we're going to leave you with a fantastic series. If you haven't checked it out, is Glory Hunter. If you like stuff like this and how close and all the drama, you're going to love Glory Hunter. Just because of the manager merry-go-rounds, the butterfly effects, 2 people going against each other to try and win the top 5 competitions and cups in Europe. It's a lot of fun. Go check it out right now.